If your child struggles with ADHD-related focus, concentration, and behavior challenges, then the first few months of school is often the toughest time for your family by far. It's harder for a child with an ADHD brain to establish good routines and habits for day-to-day things like studying, getting homework done and turned in, falling asleep, staying on task. So as the weeks pile up and we start to get into the thick of the school year here, things can really start to get tough with poor grades, behavior problems, more. Now, add buckets of Halloween candy and all the holiday parties and treats coming up in the next 2 months, and this is the time of year when ADHD challenges can really be the hardest. This video today is for parents who want their ADHD challenged child to absolutely thrive and overcome these challenges in a different, better way this school year by tapping into the natural drug-free ADHD solutions and options that we'll break down in this video today. So in this video, you'll learn all about how kids with ADHD end up constantly stuck on the gas pedal neurologically, leading to non-stop fight or flight, sympathetic dominance, hyperactivity, impulsivity, trouble focusing, and trouble sleeping. But even more importantly, you'll learn how to finally get your raging bull kiddo with that gas pedal stuck on to calm down, focus easier, and better regulate by activating their brake pedal with something called the vagus nerve. We'll get a little extra nerdy and neurological in this video, but we'll also keep it crazy simple and straightforward so that you can finally learn how to help your child with ADHD without the use of heavy-hitting, side effect-laced meds. So let's talk about 5 different ways that ADHD can have a significant impact on a child's performance in school. First, difficulty focusing and maintaining attention. Children with ADHD often struggle with maintaining focus and attention on tasks that they're not interested in, including schoolwork. An overactive sympathetic nervous system, it can exacerbate this issue, leading to increased distractibility, especially in a classroom setting. They may find it challenging to concentrate on lessons, which leads to missed instructions and just difficulty completing assignments in general. Second, impulsivity and impaired decision making. So sympathetic dominance, or that gas pedal stuck on, can contribute to impulsive behavior. Children with ADHD may act on their impulses before considering the consequences. In a school environment, this can manifest as speaking out of turn, disruptive behavior, or just difficulty following classroom rules, all of which can hinder their learning and disrupt the whole learning experience for their classmates as well. Third, restlessness and hyperactivity. Some children with ADHD exhibit hyperactivity, which can be exacerbated by an overactive sympathetic nervous system. They may have difficulty sitting still for extended periods, which leads to restlessness and fidgeting in the classroom. And this restless behavior, it can make it really tough for them to engage in quiet focus tasks, such as reading or test taking. Fourth, poor time management and organization. Children with ADHD often struggle with time management and organizational skills. An overactive sympathetic nervous system can make it even harder for them to plan, prioritize, and complete tasks within a set time frame. And this, again, can result in missed deadlines, forgotten assignments, and just a sense of frustration and inadequacy in school. Lastly, number 5, emotional dysregulation. An overactive sympathetic nervous system can contribute to all forms of emotional dysregulation, but especially heightened stress responses. Children with ADHD, they may be more prone to frustration, anxiety, mood swings. In a school setting, these emotional challenges can lead to difficulties in appropriately managing frustration or peer interactions, potentially again leading to behavioral problems or social difficulties. So those 5 challenges of ADHD can have a huge impact on a kid's life, but most especially at school. What is actually good news that we often get to share with parents is this. It's all caused by the same thing, an overactive and excessively stimulated sympathetic fight or flight side of the nervous system. We refer to this side of the nervous system as the gas pedal, and we find that 90% or more of the kids that we see have had their brain and nervous system stuck this way from the very beginning of life, having developed during a stressful or highly emotional pregnancy, then undergoing birth interventions or even trauma, such as forceps, vacuum, inductions, or emergency C-section births, and then they went through early childhood challenges like colic, recurrent ear infections, frequent tantrums, meltdowns, difficulty sleeping, so forth. This also means that their parasympathetic side, or that brake pedal side, which is really run by the vagus nerve, is shut down and suppressed, and it just can't activate to do its job when the brain and the nervous system really need it to. All of those stressors and interventions during pregnancy and delivery, they're termed normal by the medical system, as are the early childhood stressors that most pediatricians still believe that kids will grow out of. But that is simply not the case, as the research in neurology shows us. Instead, so many of these kids are going to grow into neurological challenges later in life, like ADHD. So if your child is struggling big time right now as the school year turns into holiday season and you do not want to medicate them or continue to just add higher dosages or different drugs, then learning about neurologically focused chiropractic care that we provide here at Foundations needs to be your next step. We do not seek to treat or to cure ADHD, but instead we tap into every child's incredible potential within their nervous system, and we seek to make neurologically focused adjustments that activate the brake pedal side of their brain and nervous system, helping to finally turn down and shut off that constantly stuck on sympathetic fight or flight gas pedal that we've been talking about in this video. So to learn more about drug-free options for ADHD and how our care protocols work, please go ahead, click below or in our bio to read the full in-depth article about ADHD, what really causes it, and what drug-free options are out there to help. You got this.